Hi everyone, my name is Sam Lozano. I am a cloud security engineer here at ScaleSec, and welcome to our Cloud Conquered series, where our team takes deep dives into cloud security solutions that your team can use to maximize their time while staying secure in the cloud. So in today's Cloud Conquered video, I will be going over how we can assess Amazon EC2 instance vulnerabilities and generate a compliance score using a tool called OpenSCAP. Now, OpenSCAP is an open source NIST certified tool that administrators and auditors can use to assess security baselines. I will also go over how we can automate this entire process using AWS Systems Manager. Let's get started. So let's begin by installing the OpenSCAP scanner. And for this, we will be using yum. So sudo yum install OpenSCAP scanner. And when prompted to select if this is okay, go ahead and say yes, and this will install the scanner. Next, we will need to install the SCAP security guide. Now, sometimes when you install the OpenSCAP scanner, the security guide will be installed with it. In some instances, it does not. So let's just go ahead and double check and make sure it is installed. And it is not. So let's go ahead and say yes when prompted to. And there we go. We have installed the security guide as well as the scanner. So now that we have installed the security guide, let's go ahead and list the contents of the security guide. To do this, we can just use the ls command. Here are all the different security policies available to us. Today, we will be using Amazon Linux 2. So let's go ahead and take note of the directory it gives us. Next, we're going to be selecting a profile. To see all the available profiles for your security policy, we can use OSCAP info and go ahead and paste in the directory for your security policy. So each security policy can have multiple profiles. This is all dependent up to you of which security profile you want to use. Today, we're going to be using the dissystig for Amazon Linux 2. So let's go ahead and copy this over. And let's go ahead and clear the screen. Now that we have our security profile and security policy of choice, we can begin running our first OpenSCAP scan. To do this, we can use the OSCAP xccdf eval command and give it the flags -- profile, which is the profile choice. And today we're going to be using dissystig. We can give it the -- results -arf flag and store that in a arf.xml file. We're going to give it the -- report flag and give it the file name report.html. And finally, we're going to give it our security policy, which is Amazon Linux 2. So let's go ahead and run this command. Each scan can take between 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the instance size and instance type. Our OpenSCAP scan is now complete. We can actually list inside of our current directory and see the generated files from OpenSCAP. As you can see, we have an arf.xml file and report.html file. Let's go ahead and open up that report.html file and look at our compliance score. I have copied the report.html file to an S3 bucket and downloaded the report and opened it up. Here we can see the current score and compliance of our Amazon Linux 2 instance. We have a total of 63 passed, 133 failed, and 46 other. The 46 other are non-checked. These you will have to manually check yourself. Now, let's take a look how we can automate this entire process. AWS offers a service called AWS Systems Manager, where we can manage multiple instances without creating potential security risk when using SSH to connect to instances. Furthermore, manually connecting to each instance can be time costly. So Systems Manager has a service called Documents where we can build out a list of steps and utilize the Systems Manager run command for the document to run on each instance. As you see here, we are at the Systems Manager homepage. On the left-hand side, under Shared Resources, we can go into the Documents console. Here, you will see an orange button called Create Document. Let's go ahead and click it. It gives us two options, command recession and automation. For this demo, we will be creating a command document. Here, we can fill out our document details. I already filled out the details for us for the purpose of time, but let's go over each option. First, we're going to give it a name. This document is going to be called Cloud Conquered. Since we are targeting EC2 instances, we're going to give it the target type of EC2 instance. And for the document type, we have session or command. For this document, we're going to be using the command. For content, it can either be YAML or JSON. For this one, we're going to be using JSON. The JSON content is just a combination of manual steps we did in the previous section. For example, installing the OpenSCAP tool, security guide, and etc. I do want to note the two parameters up top. We have the region and the S3 bucket. These will be populated when we run the command. Let's go ahead and create the document. The document will show up under Owned by Me. And here is our Cloud Conquered document. Let's go ahead and click into it. Here we can see details of our Cloud Conquered document. We can go over our content, our versions, and the details of the document. Let's go ahead and run the command. Here are our two parameters that I mentioned in the previous section. The region we will be using, as well as the S3 bucket to upload the report to. This is where the magic happens. If you have instances that have specific instance tags, and you want to run those commands on those specific tags, here you can input the tag key and the tag value. You can also choose the instances manually. This is what we will be doing today. If you have hundreds of EC2 instances, all running the SSM agent, they will all show up here. I have one instance named Cloud Conquered that we will be performing the document on. Let's go ahead and click it. We're going to ignore all other options. We're going to go ahead and deselect Enable an S3 bucket. And we're going to scroll down and run the command. The status of our run command will show up here. We will come back once this finishes. Our run command is now finished. Once it's finished, the results will be uploaded to an S3 bucket. Let's go ahead and take a look at that S3 bucket. We are now at the S3 bucket that we specified in the Systems Manager document. As you can see, we have our generated report right here. Let's go ahead and open it up. Here we have our OpenSCAP evaluation report. Thanks for tuning in to our Cloud Conquered series. I hope you were able to gather some new ideas on improving your cloud experience with a security focus. If you want to learn more, check out our resources tab on our ScaleSec website for more ebooks, blogs, white papers, and videos. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out via our contact page on our ScaleSec website. As always, I'll catch you in the next Cloud Conquered video.